This simple one pan dinner is so good and really easy to make. First, just grab a few pounds of potatoes and you're going to chop those up into small cubes just like this. Then I washed mine and then put it in a bowl filled with some water, and you're just going to set those aside for a little bit. Now grab some kind of smoked sausage. This is the kind I'm using today. It was pretty good too. And then slice that up. And now grab some bacon and you're going to chop this up as well. Grab a really large skillet and you're going to start cooking that bacon. While that was cooking, I did drain those potatoes and make sure they are really dry too. Then take that bacon off once it's finished cooking and leave that grease in there. And then cook those potatoes in that bacon grease. I did cover them for a little bit as well, and then toss them up and cover them again just to make sure those potatoes get cooked through. Then you can add whatever seasonings you want. I am adding some ranch seasoning to mine. And then you're going to add that smoked sausage in there as well. I did crank up my heat here a little bit, and you're just cooking these until nice and crispy, kind of your desired color on those. And then you can skip the cheese if you want, but we are covering ours with cheese and then topping it with that bacon and covering it until melted. Let's make an absolutely delicious dinner. I made these Caesar chicken sandwiches that are truly so good. They are really simple to make too. So first, in one bowl, I'm adding some Caesar dressing, and then I'm taking these croutons and just crushing those up as good as I can. I did not get them crushed up enough, so I'm actually blending them up some, and I did not quite have enough because I had 3 really large chicken breasts. So I also added some Italian style breadcrumbs to that too. So with my chicken breasts, I split those in half to make them really thin. And then I'm dipping them in the Caesar dressing and then the crouton mixture, just like this. And you're gonna put it on a sheet pan with some oil on it, and then you're gonna spray the tops with oil as well. Bake those at 425 for 25 minutes. Then I'm just taking some hamburger buns and I'm gonna toast those in the oven. I'm just making some garlic butter first to put on those. So whenever the chicken comes out of the oven, I freshly shredded some Parmesan cheese on the tops of those, and then I'm going to put it back in the oven on broil for just like a minute or two. Then I took that Caesar salad and I'm just making that up as normal. Then you're just going to assemble those sandwiches. Just put the buns down with the chicken and then that salad all over the top. These were so amazing, and if you're not a big bread person, just the chicken with the salad on top was so amazing. I highly recommend this one. Let me know if you guys give it a try. Tonight's dinner was such an easy one and such a delicious one. It is Crockpot potatoes and sausage. First, grab an onion, and I'm doing 2.5 sausage links, and the onion was so incredibly strong this time. Just slice those smoked sausages and then chop up that onion. Add a little oil to a hot pan, and I am sauteing mine. You can skip that step if you want, but it tastes way better if you do it. I'll grab around 5-ish pounds of russet potatoes. I am peeling mine. And then I'm going to slice those up like this. Then just throw those into your crock pot. Once those onions and sausage are nice and browned, I'm adding a big old scoop of minced garlic in there. And then I'm going to add this to the crock pot. Now you're just adding a packet of onion soup mix to this, and you're gonna stir it up really well. And then I'm adding a half a stick of butter on the top. And that is it. You're gonna cook this on high for around 3-ish hours until the potatoes are nice and tender. And once those are, I'm topping mine with a ton of cheese. It's like 2 cups of Colby Jack cheese. Cover that until nice and melted. Then I added some chives to the top, and I am putting a little sour cream on mine. This was delicious. Tonight's dinner was a really easy one. I made creamy garlic Parmesan pork chop bites. First, just grab a pack of pork chops, and you are going to cube those up just like this. Now you can season them however you want. I'm using the Mrs. Dash garlic and herb seasoning, and then some pepper. Just mix that in really well. And then I'm adding some cornstarch to mine for a nice crunch, or you could use flour. I honestly just didn't have any flour. Then you're going to grab a really large skillet and then add a little oil to that, and then a couple tablespoons of butter. And then once that is nice and hot, you're going to add those pork chop bites to that skillet, and you're going to cook these until nice and crispy, just like this. So it's around 4-ish minutes per side. When those are done cooking, take those out and add a few tablespoons of butter and turn down the heat. And you're going to add a bunch of minced garlic in there, and then 1.5 cups of chicken broth, and then about a cup of heavy cream. Keep stirring this and then season it however you want. I'm adding some pepper to mine, and then I'm adding around 1.5 cups or so of some shredded Parmesan cheese. Just wait till that melts and becomes just a little thicker. And then add those pork chop bites back to that. I was in such a rush tonight, I really did not have time to make mashed potatoes. So we're grabbing the Bob Evans mashed potatoes, adding those pork chop bites to it along with that sauce, and this was so good. Tonight's dinner was another really easy, delicious one. First, I took 4 really large russet potatoes and just baked those in the oven, just like you normally would. And then you're gonna cut those in half and then scoop out the insides, kind of leaving a little rim on them. Definitely let those cool before trying to do this too. I learned the hard way. And now grab that bowl with all the insides in there, and you're gonna add 5 tablespoons of softened butter. Then add about 1/4 of a cup of milk, and then do some garlic and herb seasoning. Then I added around 1/2 cup of shredded Parmesan cheese. Then you're gonna mix these up really good. I'm using my electric mixer and then a potato smasher too. And then take that filling and put it back into your potatoes. Top it with a little bit more shredded Parmesan cheese, and I'm adding some pepper too. I meant to add that in the mixture. Then bake those at 350 degrees for about 20 minutes. Then broil till a little bit golden. And then you can grab whatever kind of steaks you want. I'm doing these little tender steaks and just cooking those as I normally would. I'm going for a medium rare, so I'm doing 2 minutes on each side. Let those rest, of course, for around 5 minutes before trying to slice those up. And once those delicious potatoes are finished cooking, you're gonna top that steak onto those potatoes. This was such an easy and delicious dinner. We did do some air fried green beans with this one. I hope you guys give this one a try. Let me know if you do. Tonight's dinner is Mongolian beef and noodles. This is a big family favorite here, and it's really easy to make. First, get a pot of water boiling for your noodles, and then start cooking 1.5 pounds of ground beef. To a separate bowl, add 3/4 cups of low sodium soy sauce, 1/2 cup of dark brown sugar, 2 tablespoons of hoisin sauce, 2 to 3 teaspoons of minced ginger, a dash of red pepper flakes, then 2 tablespoons of cornstarch. Whisk that up really well, and then just set it aside for later. Then once that water starts boiling, you're gonna add your noodles to your water and just cook those as the package directions say. I'm doing angel hair pasta this time. Usually we do fettuccine, but my kids are on a angel hair pasta. Once the ground beef is done cooking, you're going to drain all that grease and add a couple tablespoons of minced garlic. Let that cook for 30 seconds or so, and then dump in your sauce. Then you're going to take 1.5 cups of some pasta water and add that to it as well. And then you're just going to heat this to a boiling and then keep mixing it and then turn it down. This should start to thicken right away. Once that pasta is all finished cooking, you're going to add it to your sauce. Just toss this up really well and then add some sliced green onions to the top. This dinner is so amazing. I hope you guys give this one a try. Let me know if you do. Today with dinner, I made a really simple, delicious Italian tortellini pasta salad. This pasta salad is so amazing and really easy to make. It's perfect for any big parties you have coming up, or you could just have it as a side dish with dinner like we are. First, I grabbed a bag of frozen tortellini, and you're gonna get your pot of water boiling. While that starts boiling, you're gonna slice up some pepperoni and salami. I did these 2 8-ounce logs, and that peppered one was so good. You just wanna slice those up into little bite-sized pieces. Then once your water is ready, you're gonna add your tortellini in, and those only take like 4 minutes to cook. Then rinse and drain it and put it in a very large separate bowl. And now you're going to start adding everything in. First, I added that meat in, and then half of a red onion diced. I'm adding some black olives to mine, some cherry tomatoes, some banana peppers, a tablespoon or 2 of some parsley, and then I'm doing some mozzarella pearls as well. Just toss this up really well. And now you're just gonna make some really simple dressing. I'm doing 3/4 cups of olive oil and then 1/4 cup of red wine vinegar. And I added a few teaspoons of Italian seasoning, and then I'm also adding some red pepper flakes to mine. Just whisk this up really well. Now you're gonna pour this all over your pasta salad. Then mix this all up again. It is so delicious right away, but it's even better if you wait a little while for it to chill in your fridge. But I highly recommend this one. I hope you guys give this one a try. Let me know if you do. Tonight's dinner was absolutely amazing. I made a garlic butter shrimp pasta, and this really didn't take much time to make either. You'll only need a few ingredients for this as well. First, get a pot of water boiling for that pasta. Then grab a really large skillet and just put a tablespoon or so of olive oil in that, and then 3 tablespoons of butter. Then once that water is boiling, you're gonna throw in that angel hair pasta, and once that butter is melted, you're gonna throw in your shrimp. Just cook this for a minute on medium temperature, and then you're gonna season it however you want. I'm just doing some salt, pepper, and a little smoked paprika. Then just keep tossing this up, and these don't take long at all to cook. You're just going to cook those until they're nice and pink, just like this. Then grab a couple more tablespoons of butter and add them to that pan. Then I'm adding 2 to 3 tablespoons of minced garlic to this, and you can definitely use fresh garlic here. After that cooks a minute, you're going to add 1 cup of heavy cream. Mix up again, and then I'm adding around 1 cup of freshly shredded Parmesan cheese, and it won't take long at all for that cheese to melt. And you are going to save about a cup of your pasta water, and once that cheese is melted, you're going to add that pasta water in slowly. Just keep stirring it up. And then I did season a little bit more here, and then you're going to add your cooked pasta to this. Just toss that up really well. Then I added a little bit more Parmesan cheese to the top of it. You're going to add that cooked shrimp right on top, and then I'm adding a little more Parmesan and then some parsley. This was such a simple and fast dinner to make, and it tasted so good. I hope you guys give this one a try. Let me know if you do. Today I made another really easy, really delicious one-pan dinner. First, grab a couple pounds of chicken and then whatever seasonings that you want to use. I'm using garlic powder, this garlic and herb seasoning, and some pepper. You're going to cut all the weird pieces off the chicken and then cut those into cubes. Season the chicken really well and then add a couple tablespoons of cornstarch to this and then mix it up really well. If you don't have cornstarch, you could just use some flour. I just like to get the chicken nice and crispy. Now grab a really large skillet and you're going to add a few tablespoons of butter to that and a little bit of oil. And then once that butter is melted, you're going to add that chicken in. Cook that chicken 2 to 3 minutes, and then you're going to flip this over till you have a nice brown crust on it, and then cook another 2 to 3 minutes. Then I just kind of stirred it around that last minute just to make sure it was all nice and golden like this. Then once you are satisfied with that cook on the chicken, you're just going to set this aside. Then to that same pan, you're going to add a couple more tablespoons of butter. Then I'm adding about 2 tablespoons of minced garlic, and just mixing that up until you can really smell that garlic. Then I'm adding this whole pound of orzo to my pan, and I'm gonna toss this up in that butter for a minute or two. Then you're gonna add this whole container of chicken broth. Put this on a medium to high heat, and then once it starts to boil real good, you're gonna turn it down just a little bit and then let it simmer for around 5 minutes or so. Then it will look like this. And now you're going to add around 1/4 of a cup to 1/2 of a cup of heavy whipping cream. And you can turn down the heat there too. And then I'm adding around a cup or so of some shredded Parmesan cheese. Just mix it up until everything is melted. And then I'm adding just a little bit of Italian seasoning to mine and some red pepper flakes. Now you're going to throw that chicken in there and then you are ready to serve. This dinner was absolutely amazing. It is my favorite dinner of the week so far. Tonight's dinner was cheesy bacon ranch crispy chicken. This chicken was so easy to make and it was so delicious. First I took 3 really large chicken breasts and then split those in half horizontally to make them thin. And now I'm just going to season them up really well. Just season them up however you want. And now I am crunching up a bag of croutons. So you're just going to put those in a separate bowl and then season that up however you want to. I'm doing garlic powder, some onion powder, ranch seasoning, and red pepper flakes. Now take whatever your favorite ranch is and then add that to another separate bowl. You're going to dip that chicken into that ranch and then dip it into the crouton mixture. Make sure you press it into that crouton mixture really well so everything sticks on it. I then sprayed the tops of my chicken with a little bit of oil and I'm baking that at 400 degrees for 20 minutes. And I'm taking that out and then adding just some shredded cheese to the tops and then a little bit of these bacon crumbles as well. And then put those back in the oven for just about 5 minutes until everything is nice and melted. This chicken was absolutely delicious. I hope you guys give this one a try. Let me know if you do. Tonight we're making a really easy dinner that my family loves. First up, I'm sauteing an onion in some butter. While that cooks, I'm adding everything else to my crock pot. I'm doing a bag of those frozen meatballs, this whole carton of beef broth, 2 packets of brown gravy mix, a couple teaspoons or so of some Worcestershire sauce, and then we are adding mushrooms to ours. Alina is obsessed with mushrooms. You can skip the mushrooms and you can even skip the onion if you want to. So whenever my onions are about done, I am adding a couple tablespoons of minced garlic to that. Now you're going to add that to your crock pot as well. Just mix it up and then cook that on high 3 to 4 hours or low 5 to 6 hours. And with this, we are making my favorite mashed potatoes. So it's about 5 pounds of potatoes. Peel those, chop those up just like you would normally make potatoes. And then you're going to boil those until tender. Drain that water and now you're going to add everything in. So I'm doing 1 block of softened cream cheese, 1 cup of sour cream, a couple tablespoons of butter, and then you can season it however you want. I'm doing some garlic powder and then some pepper. Now you're just going to mash these up. I am just using my electric mixer. It's way easier. Just mash those up until everything is nice and creamy and combined. Then grab a 9x13 pan and you're going to butter this really well. Then sprinkle some grated Parmesan cheese all over that. And now you're going to add those mashed potatoes in. I love this one because you can make this ahead of time and then bake it later. Just spread those potatoes out and you're going to sprinkle it again with some grated Parmesan cheese and then top it with a little butter. Bake those at 350 degrees until golden at the top. To make my gravy thicker, I'm adding a cornstarch slurry to mine. I did 3 tablespoons of cornstarch with 3 tablespoons of water, added that in and waited 30 minutes. It was nice and thick. Then once everything was finally finished cooking, I added those mashed potatoes to my plate and then topped it with those meatballs and that gravy. This one is absolutely amazing. I really hope you guys give this one a try. Let me know if you do.